yeah, we are back at it again.
You get way too energetic when we get ready to start talking about something.
I'm just saying, right? You should be excited.
Drink.
Nope, I won't. I will not. With nothing in that red cup, I won't drink it. Okay? We here, stay winning. That's what I'm talking about.
What you excited about?
Hey. Yo, Detroit Lions are 5-1.
Yeah.
What you expect them to be?
Whatever. It don't matter. Look, NFL is over for me. The season started. Week 1, Giants lost 0-40. I stopped caring. No, that's not true. All right, congratulations to the Detroit Lions, 5-1. I got you.
I mean,
What
if
else?
that ain't the most surprising team in the NFL right now, I can't speak of another team that's as surprising as the Detroit Lions.
Dang, that's a tough one. Probably surprising in a different way, the Chargers.
Okay.
They only got 2 wins.
Yeah, they're 2-3.
That's a surprise.
They're 2-3. Justin Herbert with that finger, it really makes a difference in the way they can call plays for him. I mean, they lost a tough game this weekend.
Yeah.
And
this
to me, it
scrubby
had.
squad. With this quarterback who can't get it done against big name quarterbacks.
No, it just. I mean,
he got it done that day.
I said it to you guys last week. He'll win 11, 12 games.
Yeah.
I am not impressed with 12-game wins. You know what I'm impressed with? Him beating a team in the playoffs when the pressure's on and they need him to be a playmaker and make plays.
Romo ain't do it. Why you expect that from Dak?
Once I realized that Romo was trouble, he was just all over the place. Like, Romo would do stuff. I don't even know why you got to talk about this. Romo would do stuff.
You care.
You'd be like, what the heck is he doing?
But he's a great football mind.
I mean, listen.
That dude,
I'm glad.
Great analyst for the game.
I'm glad that he got a job. He got a job after he left the Dallas Cowboys because he sure did earn none of that money that he did with the Cowboys. But anyway, back to what we saying.
Yeah, so the Lions, 5-1.
5-1. You got San Fran 5-1 with a tough loss in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then Philly. I don't know what Jalen Hurts was doing with the Jets. He was just throwing the ball to the wrong green. I mean, I think was that the problem?
That was the problem. they got home jerseys for a reason. That was the problem, though. He was putting it on the wrong team.
So you got 5-1 Kansas City.
Yeah.
5-1 Detroit. 5-1 San Francisco. 5-1 Philly.
Yeah.
So 3 teams in the NFC, 1 team in the AFC. But Miami, they look scary.
Best offense in the league.
They got a big game this weekend.
Yeah.
They play Philly. Of course, we want them to win.
We want who to win?
Miami.
Okay, you're saying this because I'm an NFC East guy and I love the Giants, but we don't really have a chance. So do I care?
No,
do I care?
I'm saying it for multiple reasons.
Do I care? I know you saying it for multiple reasons.
I got multiple reasons.
So don't default me on the NFC East stuff no more. Listen, that's all I'm saying.
At the end of the day, your team is in the basement.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all right. Sometimes the basements can be nice. They can be furnished. they can have AC.
That's the problem. We're too comfortable, but we'll see.
So, big game, but man, the surprise team, in my opinion, like I said, is the Detroit Lions.
Who they got this week?
I don't know who they play this week.
Either.
But I know that whoever they play, they better come to play.
Here's my challenge with the Lions. Like, they're tough, and I like how they're playing. But I said it a couple of weeks ago when we talked about our predictions for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They are only going to go as Jared Goff goes, and he has sometimes been inconsistent and flaky.
Yeah,
I did expect him to have a more consistent year this year. Mm-hmm. He's having it. I'm really happy about that, but I'm tentative because in the past he'll get your team going,
right,
and then he won't show up.
Right.
So we'll see. But them boys are playing. Yeah. They're playing tough.
Yeah.
Playing good football.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to watch.
No, I agree. I am. I'm interested to see how the AFC shakes out.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it a lot with, of course, Kansas City, Miami. Everything is predicated on Tua's health.
Yeah.
if he's healthy, don't no team in the AFC want to see them. Well, maybe the Bills, because it seems like the Bills, they might got their number.
Another team that goes if their quarterback goes.
Exactly, with Josh Allen. So, with the Dolphins, with Kansas City, I mean, you got to give Buffalo respect because they beaten Miami in a very handed fashion. They dominated Miami. So, you got to give them some love and some respect. Might have been.
Are they like, because, what's crazy is they beat Miami like that.
Right.
Then they come out, get into a bit of a little scuffle with the Giants and barely beat the Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat us, but they barely beat the Giants. Right?
It didn't look good.
It didn't look good. Plus, people were caught up on the last play of the game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Personally, as a Giants fan, I'm proud of how the Giants played.
Right.
I don't care about the last play of the game.
Right.
We didn't get it done. It shouldn't come down to the last play of the game. Bottom line, right? So you move on from it and you go with that same energy into the next game. But again, Buffalo goes as Josh Allen goes.
Correct.
He has been inconsistent. He had been inconsistent in the past.
Right.
I roasted him when we talked about predictions a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like, Buffalo is going to suck because Josh Allen ain't going to get it done.
Correct.
He came out in the second half against the Giants and went 11-for-11.
Right.
Put his team up.
Yeah.
Brought them back from down. I think they were down 9-0.
Something like that. Yeah.
6-0, 9, 6-0, 9, whatever. They were down. He brought them back.
Yeah.
Right. So look, I'm not hating on the guy no more.
Right.
He came out. He showed that he's still that guy.
Right.
To me.
Yeah.
So will he be able to do that against Miami? Depends on when they catch him.
Right.
Because I think when they get their running back, I mean, Mostert is doing it by himself. Mm-hmm. But when they get, I can't pronounce his name, Akane.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. Yeah, he's really good.
A rookie that leads the league in rushing.
Yes.
When they get him back from this injury, man. I know they had him when they played Buffalo the first time.
Right.
But this team is different.
It is.
Miami is a different squad.
I think that, when you look at the AFC, that particular conference, and you say, okay, give me the 7 possible teams that make that playoff run. And with it being 7 slots, you're gonna have multiple teams from multiple divisions. You look at Kansas City, I don't see anybody else in the AFC West making any noise to put themselves in a position to be a playoff team. The Raiders are struggling. Jimmy Garoppolo just got hurt.
Yeah.
We already know what the Chargers is looking like right now. They're inconsistent.
They can turn it around.
They could, but we'll see.
They got all of the parts.
And who knows what Denver's doing with Russell Westbrook, right? So we're we're just gonna pass on that whole division outside of Kansas City. But the AFC East literally could have 3 teams because quiet as it's kept, the New York Jets are 3-3. Yeah. And their defense is easy top 5, top 3.
Yeah,
the way
Zach Wilson is playing better and better.
He's protecting the football. Mm-hmm. He's not turning it over. Mm-hmm. He's staying within himself, staying within the offense, and he's leaning on that defense. And if he can do that consistently, not only are they going to be in every single game, they potentially can beat every single team in the NFL.
Yeah, his accuracy needs to improve.
Yeah,
he has a cannon for an arm, but he's wildly inaccurate with his ball placement.
Yeah.
He improves that. He improves his decision making so that he doesn't. So he's like Garoppolo has great accuracy.
Correct.
But I think Garoppolo either believes in himself too much or panics when the pressure's on.
Right.
And ends up throwing interceptions in key moments in games.
Right.
Zach a little bit different. He throws interceptions because he's just inaccurate.
Right.
Right. He'll push the ball out there. It won't be anywhere near where the receiver can go get it.
Right.
But it'll be right where the defense can go get it.
Yeah.
But he's improved on stuff like that, right? Like this past week, he played a heck of a game. He didn't make big mistakes and cause them to lose the game, which was great. The defense helped win the game.
Right.
That's how they got to get it done.
Yeah.
Lean on that defense. Zach, Zach is better than Trent Dilfer.
Right.
Right. I'm not to knock
disrespect
Trent Dilfer.
Right.
But you didn't think Trent Dilfer had a camp.
No.
Right? He just managed the game well.
Right.
Zach's learning how to manage the game when he gets that Trent Dilfer IQ, right? And he goes out there and he manages the game well, they win.
Right.
But he also has a cannon.
Yeah. And
you gotta look out for that when you got receivers with speed out there.
Yeah, that boy Garrett is a problem.
He is, but I like how they mixed it up a little bit last game too when they had Gibson.
Yes.
They pulled Gibson around and gave him the ball on a running play.
Yeah.
Now imagine if Gibson starts to develop into more of a Deebo Samuels like runner.
Right. Yeah,
that would be crazy.
Get scary.
Get creative with it.
I agree.
But that's the thing that kind of separates the Miami Dolphins. Like I know they got 2 losses right now, right? They got 2 losses. And so they, record-wise, they don't look like they're as sharp as some of the other teams.
Right.
But when you look at what Mike McDaniels has been doing with that offense, and you look at the players that they got, when you look at these guys are measuring their speed. They know they're going to catch one during the game, and they're like measuring their speed, having an internal competition.
It's a track meet.
Yeah.
It's a track meet.
Because you're not catching the road runner, and you're not catching Arcani.
Nope, you definitely not catching them. And if you blink, the water gonna water right on past you.
And they got Claypool. They haven't even turned them loose yet. They haven't even taken the plastic off of their Claypool guy.
All they got is track stars. That's what they got, a bunch of track stars. So it's a slant, and if you miss, it's a touchdown. It's a hitch. If you miss, it's a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So the Miami Dolphins are the scariest team in the NFL.
Yep.
Because that speed and Tua's accuracy is top of the line. Like when he hit a receiver, it's in stride where they can go, catch, and go. Yep. You know what I mean? So Miami is scary. Detroit right now, even though they're 5-1, they're not getting the press that the Niners and the Eagles are getting, which makes them dangerous.
Right.
Because they got a nice nucleus up there. Their coach is doing what he got to do. And like you said, Jared Goff is playing, and he is whatever you want to think about him, he's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback because he's been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
and I want to say this before we move on.
Yeah.
Another team that was doing pretty well is Jacksonville.
Correct. And they fell off the cliff.
Trevor Lawrence was showing up. He got hurt.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens with them. I don't know when Trevor Lawrence is expected to come back.
Yeah.
But that's a team that could potentially end up being making a big run in the AFC.
Yeah. I got those three teams in the AFC. Man, they stay healthy. They can be a problem in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They can be a problem. Man.
Right.
I agree. So we're going to push right on through, and we're going to get to this hoop. This hoops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What you got to say about it?
Listen, man. I'm excited about it. It's been a long time.
Don't it seem like it takes forever for the NBA to come back?
It do. But it's been a long time since I've been excited to see the start of an NBA season. Like, I've been kind of down on the NBA with a lot of what's been going on, the rules, the way they play, how they half-hearted, how they load manage. But all the transactions that's going on, all the little buzz, I'm kind of excited about this season to see how things shake out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What you looking forward to?
So, there are a few things that I'm ecstatic about.
Uh-huh.
Zion Williamson.
You ecstatic about Zion?
Yo, that joker.
This is new. Hold up. Because you a Zion hater.
If that joker can stay healthy, I always felt he would play.
You told me.
I don't think he can stay healthy. I don't think he can stay healthy.
You told me his career is 4 seasons and
he right at the 4th season too.
You're right.
He at 4th season and he played a half season
in his entire
career.
To be fair, before Zion got drafted,
right?
You said he's gonna play 4 seasons and that's it.
That's it.
I was like, no, he's gonna be this big force.
Right.
Your prediction is actually more close to reality than my prediction. It's just that when he is on the court,
he's special. Oh, he's special. Like, we ain't talking about his talent. You know, I would never disrespect his talent. Never. His talent is what his talent is. He's a rare specimen when it comes to being on the basketball court. If he can't stay healthy, the best ability is availability, and he's never been available. So I want to see if he can give us 60 games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could be an all-star. Right. 60 games, all-star, why not? You should be.
He made 1 all-star game.
Okay. So I'm excited to see if he can stay healthy, to see how they look.
Or 2.
Yeah, I want to see what they look like. A full nucleus. Brandon Ingram, Zion, CJ. I want to see what they look like. You know what I mean?
You know what? Let's stay with the New Orleans Pelicans for a second, because I'm always excited about Zion when he's on the court. Right. Always excited about them. He's the reason why I watch the Pelicans. Mm-hmm. Before it was Drew Holiday, but now it's Zion. Now, CJ McCollum, always he's that tier right underneath All-Star.
Okay.
Every year.
He's just a good player.
He's just a good player.
Right.
He can be an All-Star.
Right.
But he's a solid
player.
But where I think we're going to see the biggest impact and improvement is in Brandon Ingram. Mm-hmm. With the time he spent with Coach Kerr, with FIBA, out there, competing against the world.
Right.
Last night they played a preseason game. We're recording this on Wednesday. What's today's date? Wednesday,
October the 18th.
Right? Which, by the way, You know, I know we're talking NBA right now.
Yeah.
Aces and the Liberty in the finals, and they play Game 4 tonight.
WNBA, what's up?
Anyway, when you look at Brandon Ingram, last night they had a preseason game.
Yeah.
And all the buzz was about Zion. Zion got in there. He had like 5 steals. You know, he was dunking like crazy. And that's exciting stuff. Like I was happy to see it. I was like, good. Like this is the Zion we want to see.
Right.
Brandon Ingram quietly came in. I think he had something like 6 assists and 1 turnover. And I'm like, okay, this is different. Right. Like Brandon Ingram going to get buckets. He's a shooter.
Right.
You know, 6'10".
Yeah. Long arms. Midi automatic.
Better handle than Kevin Durant. Right. He tries all of the shots that Kevin Durant shoots, but he's not as accurate. But he's up. I mean, he got the height. He got the frame to be like a Kevin Durant. He just doesn't have the same shooting ability yet.
Right. He's not a sniper.
But he'll go get you a bucket. Right. He'll take it to the rack, get you a bucket.
Right.
For him to go out and play ball where he protects the ball, doesn't turn it over, and continues to be a threat, be a force on the offense.
Right.
And you got Zion playing every position.
Right.
Like they put him everywhere. They put Zion at the point. They put him at the 2. They put him at center. They play him everywhere.
Why not?
And you got CJ McCollum who can play the 1 or the 2. That's all you need. I mean, not all you need, but think about this. They are forced by themselves, and then later on in the season, you're gonna have Trey Murphy back. Trey Murphy III. He's gonna come back. He's a budding all-star. You got what's my man name? Jones. I think his first name is like Herman.
Okay.
Jones, shutdown defender, long frame, can play the 1, 2, or 3. Probably could play the 4. Right. Doesn't need the ball a whole lot on offense.
Right.
But when you give it to him on offense, he'll go get you a bucket.
Right.
They got him. Playing behind him, they got Daniels, young guy that can go get you a bucket. So they got players, man. They got the personnel to get it done.
Right.
To me, the biggest questions are, you already said it, Zion's health.
Yep.
And coaching.
Right.
Like, do they have the plays with that person that go well with that personnel to get it done?
Right. Yeah. So when it comes to the New Orleans Pelicans, I'm excited to see if health does what it's supposed to do and everybody's healthy. They're gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a playoff caliber team. They're gonna push. The West is deep, so they're gonna be right in that mix. Because I tell you, another team that is gonna be coming, the OKC Thunder. Them Jokers. Oh yeah, boy.
Okay.
Gilbert, Shai Gilbert, boy.
Shai Gilbert Alexander.
Listen, all-star. He giving you the business.
Yeah.
And they play hard. With Chet, I mean, listen, he's another one. Want him to stay healthy. Got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You stay healthy. You play alongside him. Man, they are going to be tough. We talking 11 team deep in the West. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
with all those teams.
Let me chime in on OKC because I feel you on that. I feel you on that. You're right. Chet, 7-footer, 3-point shooter. He has the moves in his repertoire to get you buckets similar to KD. I'm just comparing it to. Yeah. I'm not saying he's KD.
Right. Leave that guy alone. Yeah, he's special.
I'm not saying he's KD.
We love you, KD. You like that.
Right. When you see a 7-footer who can move, you naturally compare him to the 7-foot GOAT.
Exactly.
That can do these things, right? Yeah. And KD is that GOAT.
Right.
Chet's gonna be in the running for Rookie of the Year. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
He might be the favorite for Rookie of the Year.
Right.
SGA took a big leap last year with his points per game, but part of that was because he didn't have Chet.
That's true.
So the question is, does SGA keep going for it the way he was going for it last year, or does he focus more on team ball, getting Chet involved, leaning on Giddey? Because Giddey is actually the engine, right? Like Giddey needs to be less turnover prone. He needs to be less turnover prone. He has the size. A little. I started speaking like crazy Ebonics right there. Giddey has the size.
Okay.
Right? I think he's like 6'7", point guard. Right? SGA, 2 guard or small forward.
Right.
They got Dort. He plays the 2 guard usually. Shutdown defender who can hit the outside shot. They have the personnel. They have a power forward. I can't think of his name right now because he has the same name as another player.
Okay.
Either another player on their roster or another player like
in the league.
In the league.
Yeah.
And I mix them up sometimes. But I watched him play last year, his rookie year, and I thought this kid is surprisingly great already.
Nice.
Right, but he flew under the radar.
Right.
Nobody
Oklahoma City flew under the radar completely.
So what I see now, NBA rank, right, from ESPN, they took SGA and pushed him from like the 40th best player in the NBA to like number 6.
Yeah.
Like he took a big leap.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he top 10.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, he's a top 10 player.
But because of his points per game going up.
I mean,
he's been like that.
Yeah. And you know when it all comes down to it, in these smaller markets, you don't get the TV exposure, you don't get the media exposure. You can have guys fly under the radar. That's one of the crazy dope things about Dame now, not being in Portland, being in Milwaukee. Even though Milwaukee's a small,
both of them,
they're still small. But the difference between Portland and Milwaukee is they're going to be winning. They're going to be pushing for that number 1 seed. They got a championship within the last 3 years, and they got a reigning MVP in the last 3 years. So they're going that team still gets the marketing as a bigger city team because of those factors. Portland was just, okay, that's Portland.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see what he does. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the OKC, if they're winning, if they're beating the Lakers, they're beating the Golden State Warriors, they're beating the Clippers, they're beating the big market teams, then the fans, then the NBA start saying, okay, we need to put these guys on television a little bit more so that the world can see how good they are.
I saw a shift happen a couple of years ago in the NBA, right? Where it went to being less about these individual players, your big 3 or whatever, to being about the team. Right. I saw that with Memphis, right? Ja Morant, as great as he is, he's the face of he had been the face of the Memphis organization. Right. Before all of the incidents and issues from last year. Right. But one thing about that team is they won with or without Ja Morant.
That is correct.
Ja Morant show up, it makes it easy.
That is correct.
Ja Morant's not there, they still go get it done because they had the personnel, they had the coaching, they had everything. Everything. I mean, they got another All-Star on that team if Ja Morant's not there.
Correct.
They got another budding All-Star in what's my man's name? Dame.
Desmond Bane.
Yeah. I say Dame. Desmond Bane.
That's all right. Yeah.
Budding All-Star in Desmond Bane. They did have a great backup point guard. They got rid of him. Derrick Rose is there now.
Yeah, but Marcus Smart is listen, man.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I forgot he was there.
Well, listen, you talking?
I forgot he was there.
Listen, Memphis, man, quietly, because Ja is such a big, he's such a media grab that you forget that guys like Marcus Smart, D Rose, these guys, the nucleus, a healthy Steven Adams now. Yeah. They're going to be there. Jared Jackson. They're going to be in the mix.
Brian, what's his last name? The guy with the dreads. He's coming back from injury.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't name his last name.
But he's like their 6th man.
Yeah.
So I saw the NBA shift to being more about the teams and less about a big 3. Right. So while I think Phoenix is going to be great based on their 3 players. Correct. Other teams is going to be more about the squad. And the squad that I think actually improved the most in the West is Houston.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan Brooks' preseason game came out and got ejected right away.
Immediately.
But when he played well.
All the
When he played well. Then they got one of the Thompson twins. He's really good. I haven't watched them enough to be able to tell them apart yet. Okay. But the twin that's in Houston, is crazy athletic. They got Cam Whitmore, the guy that a lot of NBA teams pissed off in the NBA draft. Excuse my language.
I got it.
He plays with a chip on his shoulder, and he showed the other day he don't care who's in the paint. You like to get banged on.
Oh, I'm on your head.
I don't know if you saw it, man. He went from he took a step past the free throw line.
Is your mama out there?
And he punched it
on your mama.
Oh man, what's my man's name? He's old head. He's been in the league for a minute. Okay. It'll come to me. Right. Punched it on him. Got a charging call.
It was
a highlight. Remember when Vince Carter used to miss dunks and the Sports Center top 10?
Yeah, that's what that was.
Go and look this Cam Whitmore.
I saw it, right?
Okay.
And immediately I thought of Daryl Dawkins. Your mama dunk, that's what that was. That was your mama dunk. Yeah. On your head.
Straight disrespect.
Your mama.
Straight disrespect.
That's what I want in your face.
He ran
your mama.
Went through. And first of all, my man didn't even get charged, right? Because before Cam touched him, he
he flopped. Don't be flopping.
He flopped.
Take all that.
Take it.
Take all this.
But he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. They got Dylan Brooks. They got a new coach out there.
Yeah.
They got Fred
Ime
Van
Udoka.
Vliet. They got Fred Van Vliet.
Ime Udoka is the coach out there in Houston. So what you have just said is this, right? I do not see them making the playoffs this year, but I see them aggravating a bunch of teams out west because they're going to play hard because Ime going to have them playing hard.
They might make the playoffs.
I don't think so. Listen.
I tell you what, they're one player away.
So look, one player away means you ain't making the playoffs.
No.
All right.
No, because it depends.
Okay.
They are one player away because they also got Jabari Smith Jr.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about him.
So look,
6'11".
listen, let's run it down. In the West, all right, because we mentioned Memphis, we mentioned OKC, we done mentioned
We didn't say who was going to the playoffs.
No, we didn't. But
let's talk about
we talk about three teams.
Yeah.
Two were playoff teams, which is the Pelicans, or they may have played a play-in game, but Memphis was a playoff team, right? We think that Oklahoma City is going to take that next step with health being involved. You already got the other five with it, which is Golden State, Denver, the two LA teams, and Sacramento. All right. So that's 5 spots already gone in the West. Right? Where Houston fit in that, yo? Who they gonna beat out? Utah? Because Utah ain't gonna make the playoffs. Who they gonna beat out? San Antonio? I don't think San Antonio gonna make the playoffs this year either.
Hold up. You said you got.
So we got 5. I got 5 that I think are locked.
You got Golden State.
Yeah, 2 LA teams, Golden State, Denver, and Sacramento. That's 5. So that means there are 3 spots. There are going to be 5 teams for 3 spots. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be hard for them to get in this year. Not saying that they're not going to play hard and win games, but I don't think they're going to win enough games to get into that play-in game, or even they may make the play-in game.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? The West is deep.
You're right.
West is
I'm
deep.
gonna go with what you originally said. Maybe they're a year away because of experience.
Yeah, but I think they're going to have them playing hard.
But if not for the fact they got 2 rookies that I was really banking on, and 1 second-year player that I was really banking on Houston, I would say Houston would beat out OKC.
Okay.
And
and New Orleans potentially.
Man, we'll see. Cause they're deep. They're deep. And Fred Van Vliet got a lot of experience. So
I like Fred.
There's some players that make other players better, right? And I think Fred makes other players better.
I agree. He's a great team player. He's a great player. Period. He's a very good player. We know what we got out there in this East. We got a bunch of mess.
What do you mean mess?
It's mess. You know it's mess.
Nah.
All right. So
what a mess.
They got Boston as the.
Phoenix not going?
That's what I'm saying. See, we ain't even talking about Phoenix.
You said 5
I said,
for sure.
I gave 5 for sure. I didn't put Phoenix as a 5 for sure. No.
Okay. All right.
I don't.
Cool.
Not, because to me,
they got to prove it. All right.
They got to prove it, right? But
let's talk about the East.
Right? They got Boston as the favorite.
Yeah.
Milwaukee behind them.
Yeah.
Miami behind them.
Yeah.
Philly behind them.
Yeah.
And so we got 4 teams. I'm not going to sit up here and disrespect Cleveland. I'm not going to disrespect the Knicks. And I'm definitely not going to disrespect the Nets. But let me tell you a team that's going to potentially, I think, going to be better this year. The Orlando Magic might be better this year.
In
what way? In what way?
Yeah.
What's the young man name from Duke?
Cole Anthony? No, he went to the UNC.
What's the guy's name?
From Duke?
Yep.
Oh, Paulo.
He is nice.
He is. Another person come back from FIBA.
Nice.
He is.
I think they're going to take a nice step forward this year. Right.
He's not the best player on his team.
What?
He's not.
Who the best player on the team?
Franz Wagner.
Okay. How you say it again? Say it with your chest. What?
Wagner.
Yes, he did.
Franz Wagner is the best player on that team.
That makes it even more special because them two together going to get it.
Yeah.
I think Orlando going to be good this year. I'm not, forget the top. I know who the top is going to be with health. Them jokers, them 4 teams, them 5 teams, they going to beat up on each other. I'm worried about, we talking about the sleepers, the ones that a lot of people won't really give a lot of recognition. I think Orlando gonna make some noise this year, man. I think they're gonna be pretty good.
I like the pick. I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Me too.
I think Paolo is like that.
Man, I like his game.
And Franz is like that. If you watch him play, he's a good player. Like any given season, man, he could be an all-star. He can sneak into an all-star game.
And I when it comes to like all-stars, it's popularity in a lot of cases. So these names,
yeah, he might not get voted in by fans.
You know what I'm saying?
But he might get voted in by coaches first.
Yeah, like that'll work.
So Luka's great. He's a great international player. Mm-hmm. But Franz is too, and he doesn't get nearly enough
credit.
Press.
Yeah,
nearly enough credit.
Right,
because he gets it done on a night in night out basis.
Who you think in the East, man? That may catch your eye.
I hate to say this. Why are you asking me this question?
Yeah, come on, man. Give it to me.
All right,
give it to me.
The Celtics right now are the best team in the East.
Okay.
Now, I know I said Milwaukee.
I'm going to say Milwaukee.
I know I said Milwaukee.
Right.
Watched a couple of preseason games.
Right.
It can be Milwaukee before it's all said and done. Mm. But right now, it's the Celtics.
Okay, I'll go with that.
It's the Celtics because the Celtics don't have injuries.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton's not playing yet. Dame hasn't gotten comfortable yet. He's been playing uncharacteristically bad.
Got it.
With the Bucks. Giannis is Giannis, right? And it's still preseason, so they get in, they play.
Yeah, they going through the motion, kind of. Okay.
Yeah, but Milwaukee definitely still has all of the pieces they need. But when you look at the Celtics lineup, and I got a chance to watch them last night, watch their starters play last night. To me, Tatum's taking the lead.
Okay.
He's become a better shooter than he already was.
Okay.
Porzingis playing the 5.
Right. That's 7'3" monster.
On defense, plays the 5 on defense.
Right.
And then he's a wing player on offense. Like, they play positionless basketball in Boston.
Yeah.
So he basically plays on the wing on offense.
Right.
That's a crazy combination.
It is.
Because you got the guy that's down there with the foot speed to play low. He did this against the Knicks last night. Mm-hmm. He sunk low, and when the Knicks anytime they went to try to like throw a lob or whatever, he either challenged the shot or he threw that. They couldn't get a lob over him.
Right.
Couldn't lob it to Mitchell Robinson over him. So he's showing that he can be a rim protector.
Right.
Which is interesting. Like, didn't expect that, right?
Right.
So they got Porzingis. They still got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, go get you a bucket with his right hand. I'm sorry, I don't think he's worth this contract, but my prediction with Jaylen Brown is he's going to go out there, he's going to ball out this season. Mm-hmm. For some reason, he may not finish the season. Mm-hmm. And when they can trade him, they're going to trade him. And they're going to get even better talent back because of the value of Jaylen Brown.
Correct.
Right? But I don't wish that. I don't wish anything bad on him.
Right.
I just think it would be a smart business move for Boston, for the Boston market in
To
general,
move on from
Jaylen Brown, whose personality doesn't fit with that market.
I got it.
Right. He needs to be in Atlanta. He needs to be in Houston. He needs to be in LA. Mm-hmm. Some place like that.
I got it.
Those 3 places. He needs to be. He could even be in New York, just not on the Knicks. I don't like him.
I got
but
it.
he could. No, he's cool. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that. I wouldn't want him making $300 million on the Knicks.
I got it.
Definitely wouldn't want that.
I got it.
Then they got the craziest backcourt. They got Derek White and they got Drew Holiday.
Right.
And both of these guys are shutdown defenders. Mm-hmm. And Derek White in particular is a more consistent shooter than Drew Holiday. Mm-hmm. They can both heat up.
Right.
So you got a problem at all 5 starting positions. You got a matchup problem if you're playing man.
Right.
And if you play zone, they're going to shoot you out of that.
Right.
Porzingis can shoot from the outside. Tatum can shoot from the outside.
Brown can shoot from the outside.
All of them jokers can shoot from the outside.
Right.
Then they go to their bench. They bring in Al Horford, a 7-footer that they can play with KP.
He's a vet.
And he can shoot from the outside.
Yeah.
Right? They got Hauser, another tall shooter.
Right.
Peyton Pritchard is a backup point guard now who had been ticked off in Boston, but he's starting to get some play, and he is shooting lights out. He might be in the running for 6th man of the year this year, if they all stay healthy and if they get it done.
So when it comes to the Boston Celtics, no disrespect to the talent they got, I don't believe in none of them jokers. Tatum disappear, Brown turning yellow, Porzingis, whatever, and their coaching. Like, can he keep them together in the playoffs to beat the Miamis, the Milwaukees when it matters. And right now, the proof says he can't. Because your two superstars, star, however you want to put them, whichever way you want to rank Tatum and Brown, they disappear. So it's going to be interesting to see if Drew Holiday can keep them together as a vet.
Yeah.
He's a dog. Can he keep them together when the pressure gets real? Because they fall apart. It's the weirdest thing.
They do, because
they fall apart.
But so in the past, they've had to lean on Jalen and Tatum.
Correct.
And the worst kept secret about both of them is that they can do it all with their right hands. That's it. Right? So with Tatum, if you pester Tatum enough throughout the game, you bump him enough, you hit him enough, you ball him enough, his outside shot becomes less accurate.
Right.
Then he tries to go to the right. You're sitting on his right hand.
Right.
He can make a left-hand layup, but he's not going to. He's not going to try.
Right.
So what happens now that didn't happen before is now you can go to Drew Holiday.
Right.
Say, I'm not going through Jaylen Brown. I'm not going through Jason Tatum. I'm going to go to Drew.
Right.
Drew can go make a play.
Right.
Porzingis can hit the shot outside.
Right.
Al Horford can hit the shot outside.
Right.
Either one of them can post.
Right.
Right? If you want,
it's gonna be interesting.
So Missoula got options.
He does. Is he gonna be able to pull it together? I'm not sure.
We'll see.
I still got Milwaukee as the favorite, and I think it's a matchup problem because Jimmy Butler is sitting here saying, "All right, now don't forget when the playoffs come, I become something different."
He gotta get in.
Oh, he gonna get into the playoffs. Them jokers getting in the playoffs.
I mean, they were in the play-in tournament last year,
and they made it to the finals.
Yes.
That says a lot about that culture, their coaching staff, and everything.
It does, but Giannis got hurt.
You know, and I know it's a part of the game.
No excuse.
No excuse.
You got to be there. Availability is the best ability. You got to be there. And the same way I roast Joel Embiid for getting hurt, because he also got hurt.
He did. Same way right now with
Giannis got hurt.
That's what happened.
So Miami took advantage.
That's right.
But the team that they beat at full strength was the Celtics.
Okay.
So to your point, Celtics disappeared. Miami took advantage.
All right. So hot take, right quick. Let's get it in right here, right now. Let's talk about it.
All right.
If the 76ers start off as trash, do they trade James Harden or do they fire Doc Rivers? Who's going first?
Doc Rivers is gone already.
He already gone?
Yeah.
All right, so definitely James Harden got to be next.
Yeah, he's gone already. They brought in a
new coach.
They got Nick Nurse, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How long do they put up with the buffoonery of James Harden if they get off to a slow start?
You want my hot take on this?
I do.
I don't have an answer for your question directly.
Okay.
Because I believe they're actually going to be better than they expected to be.
Okay.
And I think that play, like the way they come out, might start to heal the relationship Daryl Morey and James Harden have.
Okay.
Because if James Harden commits to giving his all for this team,
right,
and he goes out and plays, and he's playing with this thing on the back of his mind, he's giving himself an excuse for being bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he can give himself an excuse for being bad, he ain't going to be bad. Mm. He's going to lead the league in assists, and he's going to be a consistent 18-point per night scorer.
Hey, that's a hot take for you.
Consistent 18 points. Now, he wanted to go to Houston
so he can lead the league
be a 33-point per night guy. Yeah. If you can give 33 points per night, give Philly 18 to 20.
Right.
Like, get them something around there.
And 11 to 12 assists.
Right. And y'all will be
average
fine.
A double-double.
Y'all will be fine. Who I think they need to look at moving right now is Tobias Harris.
Hey, I am not mad at that idea because, he be like Casper.
Right.
Where the heck does he be some games? So I don't know if that's coaching, if that's mentality, if that's because he's shrinking under the Joel Embiid and James Harden shadow. But you're making too much money, and I'm not trying to mess with his pockets.
Right.
And you're too good of a player to be Casper when they need you. Like Tyrese Maxey has taken a step, and now you don't even hear about Tobias Harris because all you hear about is James Harden, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah. What's Tobias Harris' identity?
Correct.
Is he the guy that's going to get you a bucket, or is he the guy that's going to get you a stop?
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't have an identity.
We don't know.
So I say it's time to get
Move on.
rid of him.
Move on from him.
And bring in somebody with an identity. Bring in a piece that fits whatever you need.
Right.
And it sounds like, to be honest, they need a third scorer that's reliable.
That's a good take. We keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that. Let us know what y'all think. We here. NBA season is exciting. We got some great NFL. The second tier. Second trimester.
Yeah.
The NFL season is kicking in. We like it. Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and most importantly, stay winning.
I stay winning. I'm winning. I stay winning. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning. Never losing. I'm winning. Or caught slipping.